So I've been playing with this new app called Andante, and it is really cool. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carlos, a composer from the Chicago area, and I make insightful videos on both composing and productivity. Since productivity is one of the hallmarks of this channel, I try to jump on every opportunity to share all the tools and tips that I found that'll help fellow musicians and composers. Now, an app that's garnered some attention recently is called Andante, and it's a practice logger slash motivation tracker slash journal all in one. And it has some useful features that'll keep you motivated to practice. Now, as an upfront conclusion, I believe that you should download it and give it a try, depending on how you like using productivity apps in your general life. If you use apps like Todoist or Habitica, then this will be the perfect app for you if you like tracking trends, numbers, and all sorts of things like that. But for me, I didn't really get into it that much, and I'll explain why in this video. But here are some of the most useful features of the app that you should know. Now, this app is full of a ton of useful features that'll keep you motivated to practice. Being a lazy person, it's really helpful to get push notifications and reminders from the app to practice. But if you're like me and disabled all your notifications, here's another useful feature that they have. They're called practice streaks, and it works like any other app like Snapchat, where you try to keep the streak going as long as you can. Now, the homepage of the app is filled of cards of all of the practice sessions you did by day. Now, if you click on one of the cards, it gives you some brief information on the practice session. But if you want a more detailed overview of your practice sessions and track them long term, then you gotta check out this next feature that I think is the most useful in the app. Now, moving on to the second and arguably the most useful feature of the app is the tracking and analytics feature. So let's say you walk into the practice room and want to start logging your practice session. If you want to start logging your practice session, click on the red note button at the bottom of the screen and it'll automatically start a stopwatch. And it includes some features at the bottom, including a tuner, a metronome, voice memos feature, and more. Now, when you're done with your practicing, hit done, and then you can name your session, change the mood or the focus levels of your practice session, and you can also take some general notes on the repertoire you worked on, or maybe some of the technical passages you worked on. If you hit save session, you can go to the stats section of the app, and then you can see all of your practice sessions in a long-term trend kind of view. Now, the more data you have in the app, the more useful it is. You can track your data in a calendar view, and I think that's the most motivating feature of the app. The last feature I want to discuss is the journaling feature. I know many a musician who derive value from using a practice journal, and this is the perfect place to do it. Now, I personally don't use a practice journal in the first place, but if you do, this is the perfect feature for you. Now, it keeps all of your notes digital, so I think it's superior to physical notes in case you lose them or they get damaged. All you have to do is go to Andante and add a journal post. That's simple. So after playing with the app for a little while, these are the most useful features that I found. Now, this app is perfect for anyone who wants to one-up their practice game, but also love to track all the specific analytics, trends, and things of that nature. But if you're someone like me and just want to get your hands dirty and get the job done, all these extra features don't really do much for me, and I'm sure there's some musicians that think the same. But with my laziness, there's a ton of cool features in here that will certainly get me motivated, and I can definitely see myself using it in the future, as it gets more developed over time and more features are added. If you enjoyed this video and you want to find a ton of other useful productivity tips and apps, I have a playlist called Productivity where I explore just that. I also create videos on composing and other insightful topics that I think you'll enjoy as well. If you got any value out of this video, or if you're new, please support my channel by subscribing and sharing it with another musician friend. But anyways, thanks for watching and keep writing.